Well, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Žilina, Slovakia. We are down in the city center area. It's kind of the lower area of the city center. There's one up above too. Right there's the Holy Trinity Cathedral. Kind of sits up above the hill. I spent an entire 4 weeks in Žilina last summer and failed to make a video the entire time I was here. So I'm actually staying up near Ostrava in the Czech Republic for a few more nights, and I thought I would take the hour train ride, about €7, $7.50, to come back and revisit Žilina. Žilina is the 4th largest city in Slovakia. The largest, of course, is Bratislava, which is the capital city, and that's about 100 miles, maybe 160 kilometers to the west of where Žilina sits. That pathway there will take you back to the main train station. There's a little bit of a park over here. Žilina itself is about 80,000 people in population, and it sits relatively close to the Polish-Czech border, kind of like a tri-country area. The casino area back this direction. I did not partake, I did not gamble any, but it's there. Yeah, nice pleasant little area down here. We got a great day weather-wise, at least at this point. A high temperature today of about 71 degrees. It's about 23 or so Celsius. See the shopping center there, which I believe is open. We're here on a Sunday, and unlike Poland and Germany and Austria, most places in the Czech Republic and Slovakia remain open as far as your shopping and places like that on Sunday. So I think I'm going to head in, grab a coffee, then we'll head up, explore around the monastery, then also show the city square that's up the hill and up above. So it's almost like there's two squares here in Žilina, but this is the first one here, right next to the train station, about a 5-minute walk from the station. All right, find a cup of coffee, and then let's go explore Žilina. Finally, a proper video. Yeah, right underneath the cathedral here, up on top of the hill. I'm gonna walk this direction into the square that's up here on top of the hill. This is where most of your restaurants and cafes, things such as that, are located. And also my favorite coffee shop. Hopefully it's still in operation. I couldn't believe how affordable a coffee was last summer. It was like €1.50 for a cappuccino. A pretty doggone good deal. So we're here, it's not even noon yet, so we're late morning. So not a whole lot open out here on the cafe scene as of yet. There's a real good burger joint down this direction. I had one time. Then the Kozel brewery type restaurant was pretty good. I think that's the one. Yep, it's straight ahead of us there. Kozlovna. This is where you would have your outdoor performances, concerts, things such as that. Very popular with the local pigeons as well. There's an Irish pub or a cafe over that way too. I remember I had dinner at one time. So yeah, it's all coming back, even though it's been a year. Now that I'm back up here, it feels like it was just days ago that I was here. All right, let's go see if we can find that coffee. Well, prices have increased a little bit. It's up from €1.50 to €1.70, but you still get the gingerbread cookie spoon. How about that? Cafe Trieste. All right, we made it into the Žilina Forest Park. And right upon the entrance from this side, a small little chapel that greets you into the park. I tried to find some information on it about how long it's been here and things such as that. No luck there. Looks like family day here at the Forest Park. Quite a few families out. Looks like picnics and games galore. And right in the middle is a cafe pub where you can get a ice cold beer. And that's where all the dads are right now. We're gonna head through this and get on the trails that go back into the forested park. Also, a World War II monument in the park that I remember discovering last year. I didn't discover it, but I walked upon it. And if I can remember where that's at, I'm going to show that as well. Žilina Forest Park. So I think at the end of this trail, we're going to have some people, but if I remember correctly, we have some really terrific views. Well, the views are kind of blocked by the corn. Last summer when I was here, this was all ankle high. Let's see how deep it goes, because they've obviously cut a path through here. Maybe if we come out of it, maybe we can see across the field that looks over into another little small village. Well, this is some pretty high corn here, isn't it? Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Field of Dreams? All right, there will be no view from here. Lost in the corn. How the hell do I get out of here? That kind of moved off the main path here in the Žilina City Forest. Don't have quite as much traffic on these little side trails. I think our plan, since I couldn't show the view that I was looking for, because we got stopped by the cornfield. Well, we got a lot of trees in there, but and then the light's kind of reflected back, so that's not a very good shot of it either. But I think the plan is, let's go find the memorial from World War II and then head back towards the city center. Maybe visit a few of my favorite pubs along the way. And I don't know, we're already up about 3:30 in the afternoon. I think my last train that I can get is about 8 p.m. So a bit of time left, but still want to show a few more places and visit a few more places. So kind of a neat little neighborhood down here that's kind of accessible from behind the forest. Got a nice little view of some mountains back behind, some rolling fields there. I remember taking a walk through that little neighborhood. It was a very, very pleasant area. And it looks like some logging up here. So, all right, let's head back towards the city center, find a Pivo. Kind of digging all the old Soviet architecture of these apartment blocks back here in Žilina. So what I'm hunting for is there's a pub that I found a year ago that I want to end up at, but there was a pub that I went to prior that was back in like all these apartment buildings, wherever, it just kind of sat in the middle. I've kind of zigzagged my way through. That's awesome. The fresh paint job. Kind of zigzagged my way through, and I've not come upon it. So after about 15 minutes of going in and out of these buildings, I think I'm just going to go back out to the main drag and see if I can't find the bar that had like a little patio terrace that went with it. Oh, this is so cool. All right, looking for a cold one. Sabotage Pizza and Pub. That was a place I visited last summer, and that was a little neighborhood pub that I was looking for initially that I could not find. And I think, if memory serves me correctly, over this direction and a couple minutes, I'm going to find the pub with the outdoor patio, the terrace, if you will. As a matter of fact, it's right here in front of me. Now, is it open will be the question. If it is, we shall have a pint, but it's not looking very positive. It looks like it is locked up, so we're heading back into the city center. Maybe a little bit of food. Well, it's not the place I'm looking for, but it's not a bad spot for a first Pilsner. All right, we'll wrap up our afternoon here in Žilina. There is one other tourist destination that's worth visiting, and that is the Budetin Castle. And that video is coming up in just moments. Other than that, good evening from Žilina. Well, strike one. The plan was to get into Budetin Castle this afternoon, and following my Google Maps and ignoring every sign along the way, although written in Slovakian, this route is closed, this path is closed. So I'm going to take it around another route and see if I can't gain access to the castle. This is my first time being down on the river. Not sure the name of this river, but there is a confluence there at the castle, so a couple rivers come together. Didn't get into the castle, but get to enjoy a nice stroll along the path, along the river, and through the woods. All right, hopefully we get access to the castle. I know you can, because I saw people in there. But just to find the damn entrance is the goal now. Hopefully coming back from inside Budetin Castle. I could just pause the search for the castle entrance and end up at the Vinoteca, the wine bar. So there's a sign pointing me this way. There's a sign pointing me this way. So we're going to head downhill and see if we can't come up with the castle. Check this guy out. Don't know the history of him, nor do I see a sign, as he watches over the castle. All right, let's walk down. Yep, another sign pointing us in the right direction. Go check out some of this artwork here. Oh, way cool. Someone did a painting of the actual castle there. So this tunnel takes us underneath that thoroughfare that you hear above, and that you saw the cars going by. And there we got a left or a right. I'm going to assume right. 60% of the turns in the world are right turns. So that's the direction we'll take. And that gets us all the way across the road as well. Oh, boom, there's the castle. Or at least one of the spires of it. But the sign is pointing us away from the castle. It's saying right. So I guess it's one of those you can't get there from here type thing. So we're gonna have to walk around and find a path inside here. Hopefully we get in. This is the gate I initially tried to come in at the start of this video. Then I had to take my 1 kilometer plus detour all the way around to come in on the backside. But it was worth it. This is a very, very interesting place here. You have this big park, and then you have these trails that kind of go back through the trees to get you in the shade. You have families and groups of people out either kicking a football, or saw some frisbee being thrown before. Once we get around these trees, you'll have a really good look at the castle itself. And this is less than a half mile from the city center, although you do have to cross the river. I don't know if you can walk this across. I tried to do that a couple days ago, and there was some construction that the path I thought I was going to take I wasn't able to do. So today I just jumped on a bus. That was only 65 cents, I think, to come across. And I think I'll do the same thing going back. There is a cafe up on the terrace of the castle that you can go up and have a coffee, Coke, or a cocktail. And there is no charge to come in here into the park. There is a charge to go actually into the castle itself. I did not get to see what that fee was. I'm gonna cut through the grass so we'll show a little bit of the castle. They take their last entry at 4 o'clock, and it is just after 4 now. I can't imagine it being more than just a few euro. So right there is the Boutin Castle. You see some families that spent the day out here. There's the frisbee toss, the soccer ball, or the football. So I'll get past this tree, get you a nice view of the castle, and then wrap it up here from Boutin Castle. The interesting thing, most castles I've seen throughout Europe are always up on a hill. This one, not so much. Just got a little bit of a rampart in front of it. But there it is. Good afternoon from Boutin Castle in Slovakia.